we've got a SEO mini site automation that I created that's going to create a 20-page mini site for whatever topic that you want. So what I do is I come in here and I put in a topic in this Google Sheets, and then the mini sites automation will watch this Google Sheet, and when it finds it, it'll send it through a repeater, which basically says do this 5 times, or in this case 4 times. And then that repeater goes to a router, and the router will go through this automation, this automation, this automation, and then this automation. And so when you're using something in a loop, you basically need a filter. And so this repeater we set up to say, okay, do this 4 times. And then as it comes to the router, I look to see if this is the first time through, the second time through, the third time through, and the 4th time through. Okay, and so what we do with the content that is created is we set up assistants and ChatGPT prompts to create us 5 articles of 4 different kinds. So in this first one, we're doing how-to articles, and so you can see this is just a regular prompt. Like if you're just like creating titles or whatever, you don't need to do anything special. I just call a ChatGPT prompt, and then this is what I put in there. Create me 5 how-to article titles about the topic. Okay, and this topic in this case is coming from the Google Sheet, which is backyard fencing. Format the titles, comma delimited. So this is basically allows me to create an array that I can use later on in the automation to loop through. And that's it. And then this tool, this is again part of the array. So I create an array out of that comma delimited string. This iterator is similar to a repeater, but it goes through arrays specifically. So as you can see, I've got 5 article titles in here that this variable set put it into this array, and then I send it to an assistant, okay, and then it publishes to WordPress, and then this ignores just in case there's an error, so it'll keep going, so you don't have to worry about that. That's just an error handler. Okay, so the second one is a listicle, same type of thing. It's the same process. So this creates listicle titles. This creates problem-solving ultimate guide titles, and this creates comparison review titles. Okay, and so what this does is this allows you to create 20 pieces of content that you can interlink. So you could use this for a silo on a website, for example, or you could create these SEO mini sites with it, which is what I'm doing in this case. And then as you run these, you will have a fully optimized site around, in this case, backyard fencing, with 4 different types of articles, 5 different articles that you can produce, okay? And so what you get is basically something that looks like this. So I have this website called Canton Fence Company. It was a domain that I bought a long time ago that I'm not using. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me create an SEO mini site around this. And I can use it to rank, and then we can sell leads, or we can, do some type of advertising income on it or whatever. So you can see I have the comparisons. I get metal versus composite, natural versus artificial, chain link, bamboo, wood, vinyl, etc. I get 5 guides, how to do these 5 different things. We get the list, right? 15 decorative ideas, 6 essential tips, top 7 privacy fences. These are all very common types of articles that you see on websites. And then we get the how to determine the right height, creative ideas, how to maintain, install, and choose the perfect fence for your backyard. Okay, and so let's just take a look at a couple of these real quick. We'll choose one of each. So what I did, so I should probably show you the assistant. So this obviously, you know me, I love assistants. So I basically created what I call the DIY handyman. And so here's some information about him, right? And so you want to treat these customizations like half resume, half like dating profile, okay? Because this information is what's going to make the output of the automation so unique, and it's what's going to allow you to generate this content that seems so real, and you don't have to worry about being penalized or anything, okay? So I'm an active dad, accomplished builder. This is what I do. I've got 2 kids. I've got 8 years experience. I do this type of work. My skills are these things. And then I tell the assistant what to do. You're a blogger, 20 years. You're going to receive this title. Your job is to create articles based on the topic. Use what you know about me to integrate, right? And then that's how you end up with this. So you're going to see that inside of these articles, they're going to pull things about me out again, right? So outdoor adventure, enthusiasts. I've got kids, right? I've built my own share of fences, and then it goes into the type of step-by-step content that I asked it to create. So determine your purpose, set your budget, maintenance, local bidding codes, write design, plan your installation, etc. So that's an example of a how-to article. We'll come back here and we'll do a listicle. So let's go to this one here. Okay. So again, as someone who's looked out for DIY projects, fresh coat of paint, decorative fence tops, horizontal boards, greenery, incorporate lighting, artistic elements, extensions, repurpose old materials, etc. Okay, so that's another listicle that we'll use. And then guides, so homeowner's guide to regulations. See what this is. This is probably pretty complicated. Okay, why regulations matter. Okay, check local zoning, review your HOA, talk to your neighbors, acquire permits, consider easement property lines, plan and build responsibly, maintain your fence. So these are all, pretty good things that you can use to make yourself a expert in this niche, right? And it's the same thing with these. So we'll just look at this one: natural versus artificial. Okay, I spend a lot of time outdoors, hiking and camping, or building tree houses with my kids, right? So you can see it's still pulling in all of this stuff, right? So natural screens, you have aesthetic appeal, eco-friendly, and here's the cons, here's the pros of artificial, and, then it goes throughout. And so the reason that I don't, I could create images here with DALL-E, I just don't, because you're going to need to go into WordPress and interlink these things anyways. So when I do that, I'll just go in and set up the featured image and, add the headings and whatnot to make it look more professional. And then I'll do the internal linking as well and put in the SEO titles and the meta tags and stuff. But, when this runs, it takes like 5 minutes, and then as it's running, each one of these things will just start spitting out content, and then you can just save these and have 20-page site in like 15 minutes. You go in, take another hour to to format everything the way you like, and do your internal linking, and you're done. You got a 20-page mini SEO site. So try to think if there's one thing that I forgot. Oh yeah. So in order to hook WordPress to make.com, you need to install a plugin, and that's basically just this make connector. Okay, so if you go up there and you search plugins for the make connector, it's going to ask you for an API key. When you put that API key in this WordPress thing, you'll click add connection, you put in the API key here, and then you'll be connected to WordPress, and that's all there is to it. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Watch Google Sheets, send it through 4 times, send it through 5 times for every one of the article titles. Same thing over and over again. Boom, you're done. So that's it. If you have any questions about this process, let me know, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks.